Unfortunately, I'm 51 years old. I know I don't look it, but I'm 51 years old and I can't swing back and forth in and out of this thing. I can't get up and down and then tarp and strap and chain and do all of that and then get back in this thing, drive 500 miles. I can't do it. I thought I could. Hey all, as you can see, I'm sitting inside the W9. I've had this for maybe 3 months. I've owned it, but I've had it on the road for 2 months. And if you remember back, we did a video of why I bought this truck. And you guys really responded well, and I appreciate all of your comments. I think that video has 350 something thousand views, and thank you very much. Thank you for your comments, and for the most part, I have read them all. But now I'm gonna tell you something that I'm probably gonna get crucified for, because the other video was why I bought a W900. So now I'm gonna sit here and tell you, these are the reasons I'm thinking of getting out of my W900. And I know people are just rolling their eyes going, oh, for the love of God, Brian, for crying out loud, what? It's not the truck, per se. I love the truck. It's a dream truck. It's a beautiful truck. And one of the things I thought I could live with that I just can't is the seat. Unfortunately, this seat is sitting right now, it's sitting right on the floor. So I'm 6'2", I weigh 230 pounds. I'm sitting in this seat. Now I have no choice but to keep the seat on the floor. Why, you ask? Brian, do you not put air in the seat and you got a nice comfortable ride? If you look out that visor right there, out the front window, look how low that visor is. Now, yes, I can replace that visor, but right now, sitting on the floor, I've got the perfect box to be able to see out this window. If I take this up even 2 inches, I'm looking at the bottom 4 inches of that visor, and I gotta drive like this to see out the window. Well, that's not comfortable. Now, on the other end of that, being sitting on the floor like this, I've got a couple of medical issues, and I thought, like again, I said, I thought I could live with this. I thought it would be something that I could live with, and as it turns out, I can't. Because this sits like this, the angle of my hips and the angle of my knees, if I drive this truck for more than 300 miles straight, my knees swell up, because they are constantly like this. There's no stretching it out. The seat is as far back as it goes, and I can put the steering wheel down and I can drive like this, but my knees are like this, and my knees will swell up and they start to hurt. Not only that, because of the angle here of my knees, my hips are taking all of the weight.
Hey guys, Ronan here. I wanted to personally thank you for watching this video.
I am the son of a truck driver and working for a medium-sized carrier as an operations manager. Growing up, I heard a lot of complaints about the trucking industry, and now I see it on a daily basis. I wanted to create a channel in order to unite North American drivers, share my knowledge, educate drivers to become more successful, and hopefully, one day, to make a positive impact in our industry. Some concerns that I have in our industry revolve around safety. I want to discuss trucking companies that should not be on the roads.
Our immigration policies need to be tightened up,
And mistreatments.
of truck drivers and driver compensation.
When we unite, we can make a difference. These videos and this channel is not meant for recruiting purposes. As me and my team continue to produce high quality and interesting videos, I do need your support in order to make a difference in this North American market.
Please subscribe to our channel. And if you're enjoying the video you're watching, give it a thumbs up. And now, back to the video.
Many years ago, I had a bad accident where I did a lot of damage to my hips, and I was off the road and I couldn't move. They had to repair that. A result of that is I've got really bad arthritis, and I've got aches, I've got pains. And like I said, I thought I could live with it, but I can't. It's just too difficult after driving 300 miles to throw the door open and get out. And I got to walk around for 10 minutes trying to get my knees to work and my hips to work and everything like that. Comfort wise, if I was a short little guy, say 5'8" to 5'9", 5'10", you'd be okay. This would be okay for you because your legs would be more stretched out like this. You'd be a little more comfortable. Whereas somebody that's 6'2", I can't do that. I don't have the leg room. And again, shame on me when I bought the truck. Some of it was I was probably a little excited of I get a beautiful truck, and I was willing to forego certain things that I didn't think of down the line, like being now, that this was going to hurt me. The second thing that I thought maybe I could live with, and I really can't. And you know what? I got to say this, and all you Volvo guys are going to laugh your asses off. I miss the Volvo for the sake of this space right here. When I got out of the driver's seat, I could almost stand up. But I had the seats, there was about 18 to 20 inches between the seats. Nobody, after working 14 hours and doing the miles that I do and driving and pushing hard and everything like that, nobody wants to have to squeeze themselves between these seats. I'm too big. Like, I'm not a big fat guy. Like, I'm not carrying like a huge belly or anything like that. And if I was, there's no way in hell I could get between those seats. That, and I can't take my head off on the top up here. You know, I take my head off getting into the driver's seat, coming out of the bunk and getting into the seat. I swear to God, there's going to be a dent right there from my head. Again, it was one of those things that I didn't foresee when I bought the truck. Do I love this truck? Yes. Is it paining me to have to sell this truck? Absolutely. The truck had to get another rebuild done on it. That was another issue. But because it's had another rebuild in it, there's another break-in period. So am I getting the 6.5 miles per gallon I thought I was going to get out of it? No, I'm not. What am I getting out of it? Right now, I'm getting conservatively about 6. And hopefully that's going to go up as the break-in period goes by. Was I prepared for that? Yes. Am I happy about it? No, I'm spending more in fuel than I really want to spend in fuel. I thought about it, but I didn't think about it hard enough to the point where, you know, I roughly ran numbers in my head going, okay, I run this amount of miles, I make this much a mile, I do this, I get paid for this and that. And I don't have a truck payment, the truck's paid for, so I don't have to compensate and make a truck payment. So will the difference that I'm paying extra in fuel make up for the difference that I don't have a truck payment? And yeah, it does. There's good and bad to that. You know, I could realistically, even with a truck payment, and I hate to plug the new trucks because you guys all know how much I hate them. Even with a new truck and making a payment, would I be taking home more money? Chances are yes. And as much as that pains me to say, yes. And anybody that was in on those comments, that made those comments to me about, oh yeah, you're gonna miss the fuel economy, you go right ahead. I fully expect you to make your comments, and you can laugh at me. I deserve it. Yes, go right ahead. I'll take a shot in the chin for that. I still believe in the technology. Don't get me wrong. I do believe in the technology. Will I make more money with a new truck? Yes. After the fuel difference and the payment difference and yada. Do I want to take a gamble with the new technology? And when I say the new technology, I'm talking about the 7,000 sensors that are on these damn trucks, the new trucks, the EGR, the DPF, the DPF pump, the EGR cooler, the valve, all that. And that's all I consider it is. Have they got it figured out? I don't know. I'd like to, you know, I always say no, they haven't, but I guess maybe to some degree, maybe they have. They've got some of this figured out. Ronan's numbers aren't necessarily wrong. He's got a fleet of Freightliners here, the new Cascadias, and these things are running really good numbers. His fleet average mile per gallon is 8.5 miles per gallon. I can't compete with that running this Kenworth, even without the payment. His truck is still making more money than mine. If I was, for example, running that truck, if I owned that truck and I ran that truck, I'd be making more money running that Cascadia with all the new technology than I am running this W9. Am I willing to take a chance on the emissions? That's what scares me, is the emissions. Yeah, I'm great. I'm going to make more money. But the first time that check engine light comes on and I've got an emissions issue, I will park the truck, light it on fire, burn it to the ground and walk away. I really will. I'm so worried, and for lack of a better term, saying I'm scared of it. I'm scared of it. But for me, unfortunately, I'm at this point now that it's breaking my heart, but I can't keep the truck. I can keep the truck and I can run it. I'm making enough money to survive. Physically, this truck is going to break my ass if I don't. I will be, I'll be a cripple inside another 6 months if I have to keep driving this truck. So it looks like the truck is going to go for sale. Actually, the truck is posted right now. It does have the new motor, again, another rebuilt motor in it. So it's got the rebuilt motor, it's got the rebuilt trans, rebuilt diffs. It is a good truck, but it's not good for me. Physically, I can't do it. So if you're under 5'10", you want this truck. If you're over 5'10", if you're 5'11" and higher into the 6 foot range, you don't want this truck. If you're 5'5", you are dead on for this truck. You'll have no trouble getting between it. The back, you know, it's a little smaller as well. That's one thing I did want to touch on. I came out of a 730, so I had the big bunk on the 730. Now, anybody that knows what the Volvo 730 looks like, or the 780, you know what kind of room you got back there. So now you can see what kind of room I came out of into that. Now, this is not by any means small. It's the Kenworth 72-inch bunk, so it's still a decent size. But was I spoiled with the Volvo? Yeah. Now, when I climb into one of the new Cascadias, if I get out of this into one of the new Cascadias, am I going to be spoiled again? Oh, hell yes. You seen the space that's in there? Dude, you could swing a submarine around inside one of these planes. They're huge. They're beautiful. So I kind of realized with my age and with my ailments and with my body, I need more space. I need the bigger truck. Again, I thought this would be something, I can live with this. Unfortunately, I can't. I wish this was 20 years ago and I had this because it wouldn't be a problem. And again, my heart's breaking. So send me some teardrops. Like, tell me you feel sorry for me before you lambaste me on this video, because now I've got to sell the truck.